Defense! Defense!
Feel up.
Three defensemen in free agency day have re-signed a year ahead when their deal's gonna end, which now makes next year's free agency look more boring than this one's. Hooray for no fun! First off, Ryan McDonagh has re-signed for 7 years with the Tampa Bay Lightning at 6.7 per. Granted, he's not a point-getting defenseman, which is usually the sexy defenseman that gets all of that money, but he's a really good shutdown defenseman. Probably not worth $6.7 million, let's face it, but he was going to get that money. Like, in the open market, he would get that money. I don't think it's really worth that much, but he gets it anyway. Doughty was ever going to leave because Rob Blake said, as I reported, that they were going to get their man. And boy, howdy did they get their man. He was very impressed that they got Kovalchuk. I was obviously impressed by the Kovalchuk deal and the other old farts that they managed to sign. Drew Doughty has signed $11 million for the next 8 years, which is just mind-boggling. Now, he's a really good defenseman, don't get me wrong. He's like one of the best in the league, and he definitely could have got that in the open market, and he said, hey, I'm getting paid, son, and he got paid. But he stays at the Kings. They've somehow managed to figure this out. I have no idea how this works. They have no cap room this season, and then next season, like, yeah, I don't know how they... It's all just fantasy land at this point. Does the cap even matter at this... All these contracts I'm seeing, I was like, what's happening in the year 2020 that just makes the cap irrelevant again? Is there something that none of us know? Because all of them are just spent, like, ridiculously to the cap. Anyway, it's... Oh, boy. Like, I mean, you can't let him walk for nothing. Like, I get it. But, like, man, $11 million for 8 years. Defensemen age. Like, they get old. I get, like, the argument, oh, you know, they're paying for the first 5 years. And I was like, well, they're paying $33 million for the other 3, so... You want to get something for that? Oh my god, $11 million. Like, that's just nuts for a defenseman. Like, that's just... That's insanity. Like, that's so much money. But, oh well. I mean, like I said, he would have got it in the open market. I'm really interested to see what this does for Erik Karlsson, because I'd say he's the premier defenseman in the league. Like, he's probably the number one. I would say so. Like, that's where the league would view him, as he's probably the number one defenseman in the league. Last season wasn't his best, but I still think and there's a lot going on, but I still think he's like the number one defenseman. He's won a few Norrises. Yeah, that's going to be a fun contract. Like, that's going to be... Oliver Ekmon Larrson has re-signed.
I, Elliot Richards, hereafter known as the Damned. The Damned?
How about the Dawned? Sound better?
It's funny because John Scheiker's like Elizabeth Hurley, except he isn't at all. Like, not even close. At $8.25 million for the next 8 years. Now, this contract is okay. I'm a bit worried with Oliver Ekman Larson. Like, this season wasn't his best. He didn't get a lot of points. He's only got over 50 points once in his career. I don't know. Plays in the Arizona Coyotes, I understand, but every single time he seems to go on a hot streak, it's at the end of the season when it's like, whose line is it anyway, and the points don't matter. I'm glad they kept him. It's important that they kept him, but that is a lot of money tied up to a defender that I think's overrated. I said it. He's great. Like, don't get me wrong. He's a really, really good player, but everyone like puts him in like the top 10 defensemen in the league, and I just don't. Yeah, I just don't see it. And that makes him the second highest paid defenseman in the league. Well, it did until the Kings said, hold on a minute, hold my fucking beer. Anyway, what did you think of the re-signings? I thought they were overpaid, but, I mean... Yeah, I always kind of think defensemen are overpaid. Like, that's all I see them as, because... I mean, the Penguins won a cup with, like, the worst defense, and you see, like, Calgary, who had an amazing defense on paper, couldn't do anything. Like, couldn't get it done. The Carolina Hurricanes had a really good defense on paper, yet gave up horrendous scoring chances because, like, this league is about forward possession. So, yeah, I think it's a lot of money to tie up in the defense. So, if you want to build a team out that way, that's fine. And the Kings definitely needed to keep Doughty because he's, like, the only one that's not, on the senior citizen list. So, yeah. Anyway, if you did like this video, hit that like button. Otherwise, hit subscribe over there. It really does help me out, making me feel happy inside, making me feel good. Makes me feel good. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. See you, and